Marvel Studios officially giving us our first Easter egg, and a mention of Kevin Feige is pretty insane. But the twist they offer up is even more insane and more interesting, and a great implication and kind of a thought process and acknowledgement of the MCU. So let's talk about all that. You know, it's kind of crazy when you think about it that Kevin Feige's name is so out there in the public, despite the fact that we've never actually seen him in a Marvel Studios product. But his name is out there. Even casuals know him. They know he's the producer and the guy that makes everything possible. So for years now, we've all been waiting to see when he's finally going to pop up with a cameo. She-Hulk led us to believe we would see Kevin, and well, the reveal is actually quite genius because we do see Kevin. So when Jen goes to Marvel Studios, she enters the Marvel Studios offices and busts in demanding to talk to Kevin. Here is Kevin. Notice how there is an actual hat on this robot, and it says Kevin on it, much like all the hats that Kevin Feige wears. They usually feature the film's logo, and sometimes if he's not talking about a specific film, it's a blank hat. And she openly talks to Kevin, and it turns out that Kevin is a robot whose entire purpose is to scan Marvel Comics and feed the algorithm satisfying conclusions and stories that will leave people wanting more and move them on to the next product. Obviously, the joke here is that Kevin Feige and Marvel Studios are aware that they operate like a robot, that they operate just to please the masses, and that they are always going to deliver a expected conclusion to whatever they're making. Hence why She-Hulk literally goes in there and changes the script on the fly. They acknowledge that they have this problem. They literally just acknowledged an actual video I put up just about a week ago or so, or whenever the hell it came out, where I talk about the Marvel show formula and how it's always the same thing with the giant battle at the end. And they straight up address that and literally change it in this. The implication being that Kevin Feige, the mastermind, has heard us. She-Hulk at this moment right here talking to Kevin Feige was all of us talking about how much we want different content and how we want things to change and not all end the same way. And they listened. That's the beauty of the Kevin Feige and the Kevin robot cameo, and also She-Hulk literally going against the grain every single way possible to address what's new in the MCU. I mean, I get some people are going to hate it, but my God, She-Hulk truly just did things so differently that it's literally going to be one of those things where you think back at the MCU and you go, yeah, She-Hulk, that was definitely different and unique. For better or for worse, depending on how you look at it and whether you like it or hate it, that thing was unexpected and goes places.